Hello guys, how are you doing?
We are good. I'm fine.
Hello.
I'm fine.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
and I'm fine too. I'm fine.
That's great to
How
hear that.
about you though?
Oh, I'm fine too. Thank you. Well, we've been having different meetings lately, and today for this meeting, I think I may first start saying that we are on a very good start. Probably you still remember that about the meeting facilitated by Patrick. We brainstormed different potential solutions, right? Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Anyway, without further delay, the reason why we are having this meeting today is more for talking in depth the main point before choosing together the main solution to suggest to drip and dry. So you might be asking yourself, what are those points? Well, 6 points will be talked about in this meeting, which are we have the problem being faced at drip and dry as well as its root causes. We have the chosen potential solution. We have a detailed resume of our solution. We have the different steps to reach consensus and the rationale and feasibility of this solution, as well as the implementation of the solution and the success evaluation. But I would like that before talking about those points, I would like to make things clear by making some norms to be followed in this meeting. And I think as norms to be followed in this meeting, it should be one speaker at a time. There should be no insults. We should use time effectively by only sharing our opinion with a max of 5 minutes. And everyone has to share something, and we must listen carefully to what is being shared. So are we together, gentlemen? Are we together?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Great. Alani, can you remind us the drip and the dryers problem, but also the root causes, please? Unmute
Unmute.
yourself, Alani.
Yes, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. The problem being faced at drip and dry, as well as its root causes, is um, okay.
Unmute yourself, please, Alani.
Well, I think I can supplement where he was.
Please, yes, sure.
Um. So the main problem that drip and dry is facing, if I'm not mistaken, uh, we have our building is always at capacity. There is a loud and chaotic atmosphere. There are long lines for ordering food and drink. There is not enough space and seats, and I think that's it. That's what we talked about. And I don't know if we should continue without him or.
I think we should just take a break. We pause the meeting for a while until Alani gets back as an effective teamwork.
Hey, welcome back, Alanik.
Welcome back.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
hear you. Let's go. Let's
Yes,
continue.
I was about to say that the problem drip and dry is facing is, first of all, that drip and dry building is always at capacity. There is a loud and chaotic atmosphere. There are long lines for ordering foods and drinks. And finally, there is not enough space and seats. And I'd like also to say that lawyer customers are also complaining about these four issues. These are um, the main problem at Drip and Dry.
Thank you, Alanik. Anything to add on, Patrick, or is everything now answered?
Well, I think you forgot to mention, the a point of us not achieving the maximum potential revenue, because that's another problem that I
Yeah,
realized.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Thank you,
And
guys. Thank you guys for both sharing your point of view. That's amazing. I would like to ask you, Patrick, to share with us the potential brainstormed solutions to the problem. Patrick, the floor is
uh,
yours.
well, well, thank you. Like we talked about it the other in the previous meeting. We've seen some of our potential solutions that were brainstormed, and some of them included starting promotions, promotion campaigns. We talked about expanding the place and buy more seats. We also talked about hiring new competent employees. We also talked about restricting hours of using Wi-Fi to some people because we thought it would save money, it would discourage some you know customers who were really toxic to our growth. We also thought to bring this policy of consuming one beverage per minute per 30 minutes. So if you go beyond that, then some measures were going to be taken. I think that's all, unless any one of you remembers one that I didn't mention.
Mm, Alanik? Because I think that was it. That was it. Um,
Yeah, that's it. No, no question.
okay. Anyway, first of all, thank you, Patrick, for sharing these. And I love this because we are where I wanted us to be. And as we just seen, we discussed about the potential solutions. But as you all know, we cannot implement all those solutions because that's quite realistic and that would cost us a lot of money that we don't have. And remember, we only have um, a budget of $38,000 to use. So I would want us to talk now about the main solution to choose and now to think about how to implement it. So Patrick, do you have any idea about which solution might be the main solution?
Well, thank you. The main solution, on my behalf, I think we should go with hiring new competent employees, as as well as we all are aware of the complaints we've been receiving from our older and loyal customers. And among the main root cause, we have the fact that there is a delay in having their orders on time, first of all. And I think it is more because we have few employees over here, and so it becomes hard for them to control the environment as they should. However, the new employees that would be hired would be better way to prevent complaints of our customers. um, and and I think also, it is going to enforce people who neglect customers who neglect to pick up their deliveries on time, like we talked about in the previous meeting. So unless you have a question about it, but I think you know that's the that's my solution.
Yeah, sure, thank you. I think the network of Atlantic again once got a problem, so we should just take a little break for him before continuing with our discussion, if you don't mind.
What's that? I didn't get you well.
I was saying, it seems like the network of Alan is again bad. So we should just take a little break, a short break to continue our discussion
Yeah.
after your arrives. Anyway, Patrick, well, your solution is kind of good, but I don't think that should be the main solution for this one. I was thinking more about, since first of all, the main problem is related to our customers, our loyal customers no longer finding a place where to sit, which leads me to choosing the potential solution of expanding the place and buy more seats. I mean, with the expansion of the place, both our old customers and new customers will get a place where to sit since the number of our customers have increased. And I believe that from this, it will solve the problem of shortage of seats. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Um. Well, I somehow like your point, somewhat like your point. But if we were able to go under the minimum, but the budget that we were given, I think it's a good idea. It will solve. It will not only solve the shortage problem of seats. It would also solve the problem of the noise atmosphere, as well as the lack of parking space, as the place would be enlarged, would be bigger. So yeah.
Wait, guys, wait. I think you're rushing too fast. I mean, why can't you consider instead using promotions? I don't know, like
Mhm.
starting a promotional campaign?
But why? I mean, what would be the benefit from it?
Mm, sorry, I think the promotion is not that good as an idea since it is more of looking for many customers, and right now we have a problem of dealing many customers. So don't mind my point. You can continue.
It's totally fine, and thank you for sharing this. So I think that both Patrick and I agreed on this on my solution. But what about you? Did you agree or
Of course, I do. I think you are right in what you explained, and it is for sure the most effective potential solution. Yeah, that's it.
okay? Well, since I already had this solution in my head and I had planned all of this in my notebook before the meeting, I tried to think about its feasibility as well as its rationality from what I already know about drip and drive. And as I had said before, we only have a budget of $38,000 for us to solve the problem. So apart from that, I made some short and quick research, and I got to realize that $80,000 is more than sufficient to cover our expenses for the implementation of the solution. Yeah.
Well, I think that's clever. That's clever and genius of you to think to think of to think it through that way. And I think it would even have some benefits for drip and dry, as well as the customers.
Yeah, guys, but there is one question rising from there. How can we make sure to implement that solution and evaluate if it has been successful?
Well, since none of us is an engineer, well, consultation is a big thing. I think we should hire someone, or we should hire we should think of implementing our solution by hiring looking for an engineer to study our workplace area, and then tell us where could the expansion be done, you know don't you I don't know. So also looking for other different carpenters to see, to improve on the design, or look for an interior designer to creatively think of how we can minimize the space and enlarge, the the whole space in general, and look for the the beautiful decors that could resonate with our culture. I don't know what you think. What do you say?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And I think that from not only that, I think that we need a designer, as you said, but we also need a construction team because a designer himself or herself cannot do all the work. So I think the other thing we should do would be more to look for a construction team. Or since we're not really in that world, we can just give that work to the designer or to the engineer to do that, to look for his own construction team. And yeah, and after we'll be the one to just to implement the solution, to us to implement the solution. Yeah.
Well, this sounds good. This sounds good. And even though you told us the amount needed, we shouldn't forget all the total budget and all the needed expensive as well. We should also include the miscellaneous because and to make sure that the implementation is going well. I think that's also important.
Yeah, of course, Alani. Thank you so much. And apart from not forgetting to hire designers and a construction team, we would definitely need to evaluate if the implementation was successful, And I was thinking about the ideas I had brainstormed if we should after record our customers' data, through probably a survey, we give a survey, an online survey to our customers since there is a Wi-Fi over there, which get the access to the survey easily for all of them to, to know more about what they think of the new area and service and to get probably some feedback to know what kind of improvement we should make to keep on satisfying our customers. What do you think about that?
I think on that one, I have some ideas. I think we should make that evaluation by checking the number of customers to check if we still have other customers. We can also we can also, I think we can also come together and uh, enjoy together our service, which would lead also to checking our monthly revenue and we can also check the atmosphere at drip and dry in peak hours. I think this can be effective way of evaluating if our plan has worked.
Well, in addition to what you just said, to what Nick just said, I think we should also check the increase of number of the parking space and seats, and check how customers are consuming our products. It's also something we should also put into consideration.
Thank you guys. This is just those are just incredible ideas you are giving over there, and I think that's what makes a team. Um, I think we've talked about all the whole main point, right? So, Alan, is it
Yeah.
something to say?
Mhm. No, I
Okay.
was just about to say that we have covered all the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, guys, I think we have, as I just said, we have covered all the points. So without taking you further of the time, I should just let you be. And thank you guys so much for attending this meeting. And before going, I would like to resume what we talked about. We talked a lot, and first of all, I'm glad we were able to remember what had been talked about in the previous meeting, which was facilitated by Mr. Patrick. And apart from that, we got to decide together as a team what should be our main potential solution. And apart from that, how is it feasible and how should we implement it and evaluate our success? And I can tell you that this meeting was very fruitful to me. So thank you so much for being present. Thank you without being just saying a lot of things. Thank you so much. And I think we are a very great team. We did great in this project since our first meeting. So take care. Be blessed.
Thank you too.
Thank you. Thank you. Good.